not $5. That you can do things like that if you're worried. But
Yeah.
we seem to be very scared about going into these sorts of areas about charging people for some things when the rest of the world is more than used to being charged for these things.
Yeah, I sort of struggle with that notion myself. I
Yeah,
also feel like New Zealand is, we're, and I was just speaking to someone who runs a tourism business as well. He was saying, our clients aren't New Zealanders, so what do New Zealanders care if they have to pay if there is a charge to get into the dock estate that we're a concession holder for,
yeah,
that we make money off, that dock make money off, that is 90% international. What do New Zealanders care? Because they're going to the
that's
free
right.
beach around the corner from their house, or
Yeah,
yeah. So no, I take your point. Like and yeah, I'm not really sure where the logic comes from. I think it's
yeah.
tied to the social license issue.
Another good example that I was thinking about the other day, actually, there's been quite a bit in the media around Kauri dieback back up here in the Waitakere Ranges,
Right,
which
right.
is where I'm from. And there was a lot of talk about, well, the only real way to avoid it is you lift the walking tracks off the ground, gravel them so that they're never muddy, and then the mud, so A, people have to stick to the tracks,
Yeah,
and B, the mud doesn't transfer the Kauri dieback, right?
right.
Well, having been along a lot of those walks, they're long, they're in the middle of nowhere, and the cost of lifting that track would be enormous.
Yeah,
But why not start charging people to go? So now they're thinking, carry dieback seems so bad, they might have to shut down all the Waitakere Ranges and not let anyone go in there. And
right.
it's like,
Yeah,
so your only answer is to shut down the Waitakere Ranges. Why not charge people $10 a head?
yeah,
That gives you the funding to lift the track.
yeah.
That then also contains the disease spreading as well, and there's a cost to that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. And do you see these kinds of decisions, are they being driven out of dock?
I think look, I'm not closely connected. All I just see is lots of hand wringing and no one doing anything.
Yeah,
It's a bit like the plastic bag debate. We'll get a bit off track here, but again, going to San Francisco, right? You can't get a plastic bag in the supermarket. You
yeah,
either take your own bag, you buy a paper bag,
yeah,
and some did have plastic bags, but they were those recyclable ones.
yeah, yeah.
And no one's wringing their hands about not having the ability to get a plastic bag from the supermarket. You
I
just
know.
make,
I
make
remember
them,
New World took them out and then put them back because they got,
yeah,
well, it was such an unpopular move with customers. It was so
yeah.
ridiculous. Right, cool. Look, what do you think, and again, potentially with your technology hat on, what do you think tourism should look like in 2030?
Mm. What should it look like in 2030? Probably an ideal world would be its numbers are whatever we're predicting through the tourism growth thing. But,
Yep,
I can't remember the exact numbers, but
about 5 mil.
5 mil, that's right, yeah. And if not, maybe a stretch beyond that, because I think as the rest of the world goes to hell in a handbasket, New Zealand should get more and more
Yeah,
popular. So from a macro perspective, we should be growing a lot faster even than what we maybe had predicted.
yeah,
I think I'd like to see a world where it's not TNZ. TNZ is truly representing the industry as opposed to sort of an operating activity out there on its own trying to generate tourism. Is
yeah,
there a way for the industry to be more involved with TNZ as opposed to them just going off doing their marketing campaigns for active considerate?
yeah,
That would be one part of it. You'd like to see more regional dispersal and New Zealand to be known for more than Queenstown and the sort of Southern Alps and so forth. So people are experiencing more than that, or they're choosing to do the South Island on their first trip and then actually serious about coming back for a second trip to the other part.
yeah, sure.
So more sort of repeat visitors. From a technology perspective, I guess it's how do we get, particularly the smaller, because the airport and NZ and the airlines and the big boys will do their thing from a technology perspective.
Yeah,
One thing I find is when I travel overseas, because the last couple of holidays we've been to Hawaii in the States,
yeah,
and I've made a point of trying to find accommodation and recommendations to do things via social media and digital technology,
yeah,
right? So go and search and see what's popular, what people are doing, what the reviews are like, and using tools like Yelp and TripAdvisor and so forth.
Yeah.
I don't think New Zealand businesses are as savvy as that yet.
Yeah.
How do we get the operators up to a level where they're promoting themselves well through these tools so that customers can find them directly and engage with them directly? Now, does that mean we should have a New Zealand version of Yelp? Maybe is Tourism New Zealand's role to develop a platform to help people find those operators better? That might be the role. They do a little bit of that through the web, but it's nowhere near like a TripAdvisor or a Yelp. It's not as easy as that.
Yeah.
So there's some, does that help?
Definitely. One thing that we sort of haven't necessarily touched on, which has a definite technology bent, is bookings.
Yeah.
And, somebody raised the idea that there should potentially be a consortium that's technology focused and dedicated to integrating things like bookings for everything in New Zealand. So for your hotel, for your activities, for your taxis, for potentially flights, and even integrate payments that that would be a technology led industry initiative that would have real value, because at the moment you've got the big operators buy a expensive off the shelf booking system, and then after 5 years they look over the shoulder of somebody else and they go, your one looks better than mine, I might buy that one. And then but meanwhile the other guy's been looking over their shoulder and has bought their booking system. And so all they're really doing is dancing around the same systems, but there's a missed opportunity for integration.
Yeah, sure. So look, I'll put my technology hat on, my small operator hat.
Yeah.
So let me go back to, say, the trip in Hawaii. We did a bit of that, and we would actually do bookings through Yelp and TripAdvisor, I think. So you'd use pre-existing platforms to do the bookings.
Yeah.
And you could remember, I think, because one thing we did was like surfing lessons, and I did book that through an aggregator, but I could have gone and done it directly with the person as well. And in fact, I think when I called, because I had to call this surf company about something, and they said, how have you made your booking? I said, I've gone through, it was either booking.com or Yelp or someone, and I've made the booking. They said, no, just look, do us a favour, can you just cancel that and then just come along with the $70 cash?
Right. Yeah.
Every time they use those aggregators, it's less margin, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And a race to the bottom as well, because of how you're comparing every single operation right there in front of you. Yeah. That's
right. So I'm probably a little bit more cynical about it, even though I wear a technology hat. So now I'll leave to myself as a travel operator. So we would get most of our bookings off our own, for the B&B, off our website.
Right.
Then second would be the likes of Airbnb and Booking.com and Expedia.
Yeah.
So those booking aggregators are there already. And again, do they make our life easier? I don't think so. I think all you're doing is giving away margin each time a booking comes in.
Right.
And there's a plethora of them. So if New Zealand has some kind of aggregated one, you're then just up against Booking.com and Engine's much bigger than what you are.
Yeah.
And how does someone in China or America find the New Zealand version?
Yeah. Right.
That would be the question. I think it's a noble goal.
Yeah.
Just struggling to see the practical implementation of it and how it would be sustainable.
Yeah, sure. Right. Cool.
But it is a conundrum, because this is with my operator hat on, I've probably been quite, and this will hit you too if you decide to do something down there, you could easily spend $5,000 a year on admin-y, compliance-y type stuff. So by the time if you're doing things properly, like we're trying to do, every year there's building certificates, there's resource consents, we've now just got the alcohol license.
Yeah.
there's a series of every time you're forking out hundreds, if not a grand,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And then 18 and 10Z have come over the top going, oh, if you want to be on our platforms now, you've got to have a Qualmark qualification
yeah. Hello?
and give you a certificate. There's not a lot of value add. There's a lot of people taking fees,
Yeah.
and I'm not seeing an awful lot of value add for a
Right.
lot of this
Right.
activity. Because I'd much rather put 5 grand into marketing than paying bureaucracy for some license that
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, no,
people
that's
have.
totally fair.
I think there has to be some kind of quality control because you do want to keep the riffraff out of the market. You want to do that, but it's got to be done in a coordinated, cost-effective way, and you don't see that at the moment between councils taking their bit, Qualmark taking their bit, TNZ their bit. It's just putting barriers in the way to get your product out there.
Yeah, totally. So, in that case, what are your kind of key channels for bookings, marketing, that kind of thing?
So our own website,
Yeah,
that would be the main one. Then it would be for the accommodation side, Airbnb and TripAdvisor
right,
and Booking.com.
right,
But we tend to use things like TripAdvisor and that more for reviews
right.
as a forum for reviews.
Yeah,
Yep.
interesting. Okay. All right. Look, just a couple of follow-up questions. So I know we're already booked in for half an hour. We're already well past that. So look, what are you worried about in the tourism industry?
What am I worried about? With my larger head on, I do worry about poorly placed media. What's the word I'm looking for? Media hype around things like foreign drivers and lack of accommodation and things. That just makes, because that's what people hear from overseas.
Yeah.
For every 101 fantastic things that we're doing, it only takes some numpty to say, let's get rid of Asian drivers, and that's all Asia here is, let's get rid of Asian drivers. I don't hear about the 101 good things.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
So that worries me. I'm not worried about New Zealand being too full of tourists because I think there's plenty more capacity. And again, I use us as an example. Yep, we're busy over summer.
Yeah.
But super quiet over winter.
Yeah, yeah.
We can fit more people in, so I'm sure lots of other people can fit more people in.
Yeah.
I worry about there not being enough collaboration. So here's a good example actually. So I think Matakana has done a fantastic job of creating its own little tourism hub, and Martinborough is a bit similar down your neck of the woods, or Greytown.
Yep.
I look at where we are in Coatesville, which is almost like a Matakana an hour closer to Auckland, right? So we've got us, we've got Hallertau, we've got the Riverhead Tavern, we've got a dozen great vineyards, we've got beaches close by, we've got a golf course, we've got all this stuff happening.
Right, yeah.
But a complete inability for anyone to try and pull that together. So it's how do small areas collaborate and have enough scale and that to do self-promotion and create these little miniature tourism hubs. So, because I just look at it and go, hey, 30 minutes from Auckland, you could be at a vineyard, a lavender farm, brewery, and another 20 minutes and you're at fantastic beaches. That we should be out yelling from the rooftops about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what are the impediments to doing that? Is it is there a local government out there, or is it still under Auckland?
It's it would be part of AT.
Right.
It just lacks, and it probably would need someone like me to get off my ass and do it, but I'm busy doing other things.
Sounds like you're pretty tapped out. Yeah.
And whether it be a local council person is probably the best. It's like it is an RTO thing, I think, but it's like almost sub RTO. It's like what are those? I guess it's an offer or it's a product that an RTO can put. It's like a micro product that an RTO can put together within it. So it's not an Auckland thing. It's a Northwest Auckland thing.
Yeah.
And then because AT will have a Waiheke thing, this could be a Northwest Auckland thing, then there's a XYZ thing. Just how do you put those together? And
Yeah. Because
how do you bundle that? No one's bundling that stuff together. Matakana's done a pretty good job of it.
Yeah.
But it's the lack of bundling to create some scale and awareness of what's available.
Totally.
Because otherwise it's just me doing my Lavender Hill thing, the guys at Hallertau waving their flag, and everyone doing their own little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm worried about that lack of collaboration and scale.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be difficult, because it's, when AT does your RTO compared to Destination Rotorua,
Yep.
You can see how the small things become low priority for them, even though they're potentially where, let's not, it's hard to say that's where the greatest value is, but where there is substantive value to be gained in doing it, but it fits underneath the kind of threshold for their, operating model. Anyway, I'm just waxing lyrical there. Yeah.
It'll be the same if there's a little collective out at Governor's Bay where there might be 4 or 5 little things to do out there. How do you pull all that together?
Exactly. Yeah. We can't even get a predator-free Banks Peninsula thing off the ground.
Yeah.
People keep falling apart. Right. Cool. Look. What do you think the role of Auckland Airport should be in tourism leadership?
So I think it should have a high-level leadership role. I look at the things that we are doing to stimulate demand offshore. I think that is great. Again, more collaboration with TNZ, so there's a clear delineation with who's doing what, so we get the maximum leverage of dollars is really good.
Yeah.
And I think we're key, just like some of the other airports in New Zealand, because we can create leverage and have got enough dollars collectively to make a difference.
Yeah.
I think we play a really key role in that we're the first to welcome and the last to say goodbye to people. So there's definitely something there about the customer experience is really important.
Yep.
Because it is something that people remember is if they have either a great or a shitty airport experience.
Yeah.
And I'm always flummoxed with how positive, just the Māori carving with the Tweety birds and things. It's amazing how much people remember that.
Yeah. The number of times you've been somewhere and gone, oh, you had a really good time, but the airport, oh my God, horrible.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You don't. So that behooves us to ensure that we provide the right customer experience.
Yeah.
So I think that's really important. I think what we have been able to bring is some of the work that Norris had kicked off and now Scott's doing around some really fantastic analytics around route development.
Yep.
So what we can bring to the market is, hey, there are people who want to get to New Zealand from these places. Therefore, how do we create the right air networks?
Yeah.
Once you create the air networks, we've proven that, build it and they will come. So you create that direct connection and the tourists will come.
Cool.
And I think we play a role in, again, teaming up with the bigger players around how we can do some really good research into markets so that when we go to market, we can hit it hard and be successful.
Yeah. Cool. Great. All right. Look, the last thing I like to ask is, is there anything that you thought we might discuss, but we haven't? I know you came into this conversation cold, but any kind of final comments about tourism leadership?
No. I think it would be, other than how do we create a cohesive tourism vision and key messaging that's out there. And we're a long way along the road with, Tourism 2020 and so forth.
Yeah.
But we don't have other than TNZ doing its thing, we don't have a clear set of messages and propositions that we should be putting around the world.
Yeah, right. Okay. Cool. Awesome.
Great. Hopefully that was useful.
No, that's super. Thank you very much.
Good. Hey,
cool.
Now, I was conscious, just on the other piece of work that you're doing around that presentation.
Yep.
I got overtaken by holidays and ankle surgery.
That's what I thought,
Yeah. So what I've done is we've been working with PwC to pull together a digital strategy slide deck.
Okay.
So that's nearly done, and I think what we'll end up doing is use that as a base for getting it. It's currently sitting about 20-odd pages, but I think I'll work with you, once I get all this nailed, I'll work with you to come up with what's the 10-page version that's really powerful.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just stand by for that. That's no problem.
Yeah,
We
I'll
can,
come back to you. Yeah.
yeah, we
Yeah.
can leap on that whenever you're ready to pull the trigger. So just let me know.
Yeah, no, that sounds good. All right, well, keep us posted when you're up, and I'll put a bottle of gin aside for you.
Awesome. Thanks heaps. I'm excited.
Okay. See you, Simon.
Yeah, good talking to you. Bye.
Hey, mate.